What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. So look, y'all know by now. I go to Vladtv and I watch a lot of the different interviews that he has. I don't agree with everything that Vlad does. I don't agree with everything that Vlad says, but he has some very interesting guests on who can provide a very interesting perspective on several different topics. And so I tune in, right? So I'm watching him interview D.L. Hughley, and then D.L. Hughley got to the topic of Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay podcast, right? And D.L. Hughley said he would never go on Club Shay because Club Shay is predatory and it's and it's messy, right? He said it's a predatory and messy platform. And he said all of this while sitting on Vladtv. Now, again, I watch Vlad's content for sure, but I would be sitting, it sounds crazy to call Club Shay predatory and messy and not say the same thing about Vladtv. Let's be for real. Like, I've watched Vlad get Boosie and Tip into a whole back and forth based off a question that Vlad asked Boosie about Tip. You feel me? Knowing that Tip is his friend and tried to create a whole situation because he knows how Boosie feels about certain street type stuff. And then he brought up Tip, knowing that Tip is Boosie's friend and all of that, just to try to stir the pot, right? I watched Vlad interview Bankroll Fresh's killer, right? Now, again, when Bankroll Fresh got the dude, I forgot his name. Was it No Plug or something? Whatever the name was. Whatever the brother's name is. Now, when he came on, he explained that it was self-defense, and that's how he basically got off of the whole situation with it being self-defense, right? But a lot of people, I don't remember the dude making much music like that, but Vlad wanted to interview him, and it caused a stir, right? So, but the whole thing with when Vlad got Boosie and Tip into it with each other, that was enough for me. I'm like, Boosie and Tip were almost about to do an album, and it never happened because of the whole back and forth that was created based upon the question that Vlad asked Boosie about Tip when he know that's Boosie's homeboy, right? So then I observed this whole situation. I'm looking like, DL, how you mad at Shannon but not mad at Cat Williams, right? Cat was the one who attacked half of the kings of comedy. He the one that attacked Cedric the Entertainer and Steve Harvey, right? And I didn't agree with a lot of the attacking that Cat Williams did because he attacked people who really didn't never have an issue with him just off the strength. So, and the thing about this is, yeah, excuse my son in the background, you mad at Shannon, but Shannon didn't ask him any questions about none of these comedians. Shannon sat down and Cat just started going off. He started going off on everybody saying whatever he wanted to say. And to Shannon's defense, he tried to kind of intervene and stop him from kind of like going too far, but Cat kept going. That's on Shannon because Shannon chose to give him the platform. Like to me, DL is mad at the wrong person. He like, yo, comedians just come under attack on his show. And he really feels a way because now Cat Williams took up for DL and he said no DL slander will be tolerated. Cat Williams really loves DL Hughley, right? But the problem was after that Shannon brought on Monique. And Monique had a problem with DL Hughley, about a year ago, a little over, not a year ago, about 2 years ago or something like that. She had a problem with DL Hughley, right? Now, in her interview, she addressed DL Hughley. Shannon didn't ask her about DL Hughley. He even tried to stop her from going in on DL, like, whoa, come on now, not DL. And she was like, oh, DL is friend. DL is friend. Oh, you don't want me to say nothing about DL. DL is friend, honey. He's friend. That's how she responded. Because Shannon was trying to stop her from going in on DL and like, yo, come on, man. Like, don't do this. I know these people. You know what I mean? I don't do that. Shannon was kind of trying to reel her back in and she still chose to go in. And DL got mad at the fact that Monique came at him on Shannon's platform. That's what he did not like. But the thing is, though, Shannon didn't ask her any question about DL. He didn't ask Cat Williams any questions about comedians. Cat Williams he just brought them up. And that ain't Shannon's fault. You know what I mean? So, like, come on, fam. Like, he just gave them a platform to air out. He gave them a platform to talk about whatever they wanted to talk about. He had questions lined up, but sometimes the interviewee says, hey, I want to say this, I want to say that, I want to say this, I want to say that. You know what I mean? So come on, man. But DL is acting like after he interviewed Cat, like Shannon just kept trying to replicate a Cat Williams moment by, putting other comedians under fire and bringing other comedians on. No, Shannon been interviewing comedians way before he interviewed Cat Williams. He got a ton of comedian interviews before that. It's just that Cat Williams' interview went so viral that it made the world stop and pay attention, and it had everybody talking, and it was the subject of a lot of people's YouTube content and a lot of people's interviews on radio stations and TV, etc. Like, but that ain't Shannon's fault. Cat just started attacking people that didn't even know they had beef with Cat, like Chris Tucker, Michael Jackson and Martin Lawrence and all of that. Like, yo, where did this coming from? But again, that's not Shannon's fault. Maybe he wanted Shannon to cut that out of the interview, but like, if I'm Shannon, I'm not cutting it out, because there's no way. I didn't say anything bad about these people. I didn't echo his sentiments. I didn't bring these people up. He chose to speak on it. You know what I mean? So yeah, but again, I think DL is mad at the wrong person. You know what I mean? He's mad at the wrong person. And I think because DL had a lot of respect for Shannon Sharpe when Shannon got into that situation with Skip, when Skip told him, put your glasses back on, and was trying to disrespect Shannon in favor of Tom Brady. DL is one of the individuals that publicly came to the defense of Shannon Sharpe, talking about Shannon Sharpe is the greatest tight end to ever live, which a lot of people feel that way. If not, he's not. If he's not the greatest, because you got guys like Gronk and you got guys like Travis Kelce. Shannon for sure top 3, top 2 to some people. You know what I mean? Because he revolutionized that position and took it to another level. Was the first to really play like a wide receiver at the tight end position, right? But he brought up how Shannon was a Hall of Famer and Skip should never disrespect Shannon that way. DL did that, right? Even in the interview I watched yesterday, he spoke about how Shannon was his favorite player. His favorite player, the greatest tight end he's ever seen. So I feel like DL felt disappointed that Shannon had somebody on that would attack him. But at the same time, that ain't Shannon's fault. Like, Shannon didn't ask Monique any questions about DL. Monique voluntarily just went on she just went on what's the word I'm looking for? She went on a rant, just going off, and then brought up DL's name after she was talking about Lee Daniels, Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, etc. You know what I mean? So I just think DL mad at the wrong person. But again, you can't sit and call Club Shay messy and predatory when we've seen Vlad do some stuff that have people at odds with each other. He's done some things that have people like really not, wanting to speak to him. He's done some stuff. We've seen him bring up words that Minister Farrakhan didn't say and all of that. We heard him do that stuff before and all of that type of stuff, and take certain stuff out of context with Minister Farrakhan. And that's why Godfrey not on the platform no more. That's why Lord Jamar doesn't come on there anymore, etc. You know what I mean? So to say Shannon's platform is predatory and messy, and then don't say the same while sitting on Vladtv, is very contradictory to me. You know what I mean? And I watch Vlad, but I've seen Vlad do some stuff where you like, that ain't right. That ain't cool. Vlad should have never done that. That's the wrong way to handle that situation. You know what I mean? So I just think DL is just mad at the fact that Monique came on there attacking him. He like, it's been like a free-for-all. I'm paraphrasing, but he was making it seem like it's been a free-for-all for comedians to get attacked on his platform. Cause then after that, Lil Rel came at Cat Williams, right? Lil Rel brought up Cat. He brought up Cat Williams. Like, again, the comedians he bringing on kept talking about the prior incidents that was happening, the prior interviews. They was bringing up, and then Lil Rel came out because Cat Williams had called Lil Rel ugly before, right? So when Shannon interviewed Lil Rel brought up Cat. You know what I mean? And some people are like, well, Shannon posted the clip of him talking about Cat. Like, listen, man. Look, everybody is in the game for engagement. If you have a media platform, you're going to put up the snippets of the hot topics or the hot moments, the popular moments during the podcast. You're going to put up those clips. And it's like Shannon put up other clips of other moments of Lil Rel talking about all other different things. But of course he was going to put up the part about Cat Williams, the part about Lil Rel talking about Cat Williams. Every interviewer would do that. Every interviewer, not just Shannon, everybody would post a clip of that or a snippet of that. You know what I mean? So to act like Shannon is the only one doing this and that and third, and I don't think Shannon's trying to be messy at all. These people are bringing up these comedians without him even having to ask. So I just think D.L. Hughley's gripe is with the wrong person. And I really think D.L. Hughley is a funny comedian, despite the flack that he gets for that Kings of Comedy set. I think he's really funny. I think black people just real too harsh on him for that comedy set. You know what I mean? But I think he's really funny. He's very funny and witty in interviews that he's done. He can be very hilarious. I've seen other stand-ups he's done that have been hilarious. And he's very funny. I just think black folks be giving him a hard time. But I just think that, you know, he got it wrong with calling Shannon's club Shay, Predatory, and Messy. Again, while sitting on Vladtv. Because if you're going to hold Shannon's feet to the fire, you got to hold Vlad's feet to the fire on certain things he said and done. You know what I mean? Even which Vlad was all good with it, because Vlad been pocket watching Shannon Sharpe for a while, and oh, Shannon didn't really earn this amount of money. I know how YouTube works. Even with streaming, he ain't gonna get that type of money off that one interview, yada, yada, yada. But I'm like, he not saying off the one interview. I don't think he recognized that Shannon was putting up clips of the interview, not just the whole interview itself. He put up clips, and the clips itself was doing 5 million, 8 million views, 10 million views on clips, 2 million views on this clip, 800,000 views on that clip, 4 million views on this clip. The clips were doing millions of views, along with the 68, 70 million that he generated from that one video. So, I mean, like, you can't say what he ain't earned and what you earned just because you ain't seen it on your end get done. You know what I mean? And I feel like he's been making it a point every time he talks to people to bring up there is no way that Shannon could have earned millions of dollars off that interview. But I think he's trying to do it because I think he's saying that since that interview happened, a lot of the people are asking Shannon for, like, asking Vlad for, hey, if Shannon getting that type of money, I need to get this type of money to get interviewed on your platform. And Vlad like, hold on now, that ain't, I guess Vlad trying to denounce that Shannon made millions so that a lot of his guests won't be trying to demand mega large sums of money to get interviewed. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, y'all, I had to get something for my son. But yeah, man, I think Vlad trying to stop that notion about that whole narrative of Shannon getting like a whole bunch of millions, because he doesn't want to have to pay guests a large lump sum, because they looking like, oh, if Shannon made that, I know you got the bread or whatever, right? But yeah, man, I just think DL is mad at the wrong person in this situation. And I think that he needs to, like, hey, look, he needs to just recognize the situation for what it is. You can't be mad at Shannon Sharpe and not be mad at Cat Williams. Cat the one that attacked all them people. And Shannon never brought up none of these comedians' names, the same way he never brought up them comedians' names when he interviewed Monique. Monique willingly did that, y'all. So I think DL Hughley got to take his gripe somewhere else. And I hope that him and Shannon can meet on common ground at some point. Not saying that because DL is a prideful dude, so he's never going to be on that platform. But at least to where they can gain, or not mutually, yeah, where they can at least meet on common ground and have some type of respect for each other and mend the relationship that they possibly had or could have had. You know what I mean? Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.